so far so good with our problem and our work for class and stuff, and having the ability to have this project and this group assignment. It's been really interesting to say the least, and really fun, I guess you could say, in a sense. But one thing that's different is the fact that we haven't always been able to see each other, communicate with our schedules being different, and that's really difficult because me and Amon were in basketball, and then Eric is in band, choir, and chapel, so he's setting that up, and then Brian has work, so that's going to be so for our schedules to coincide and go together is really difficult to manage and maintain. But even with those problems, we've still been able to talk and get the ideas out and get the work we need out. And then we've had other small problems like people not being there because they have family issues, people not being there because they're scheduled because of work or something is hectic. But even then, it's not stopping us. Like for example, Iman, he had little family problems the other time we had to meet. But even though he had family problems, he still communicated with us. He still talked to us. He still got what he needs to get done. So even with those little problems and those little aspects of things, we know that we can still count on each other and keep each other accountable for what we need to do. And even though we're not always going to see each other, we're still going over text. We're still communicating to the best of our ability to get this project done. Because as an advertising company, if this was a real world and this was a job, just because someone has family issues doesn't mean you can just slack off and not do what you're supposed to do. So we've taken that into consideration, and the ability to talk to each other and keep each other accountable and keep each other in the loop of what's going on, good or bad, has really helped us. And in the sense that keeping this a real life and a real job experience way, we have to realize that not everything in life is going to be sweet and dandy, everything's going to be candy and rainbows. Life is going to happen, so even with life happening, we have to be able to stick through it, go through it, and work together as a team, because we're not always going to be by ourselves. Because if we were by ourselves, it's a different story. I can do whatever I want, whenever I want, and do it, get done immediately, forgetting, not worrying about everyone's schedule. But because there's 4 of us in a group, and we all have different schedules, and none of us know each other's schedules like that, we have to communicate and talk effectively, because we don't. That's one thing, it slips up. We don't have the problem, we don't have the solution we need to have because someone didn't communicate or because someone didn't realize what someone else's schedule was. But with this group, it's been different because we've been able to communicate and talk, and even though we're not always on the same page, we're not butting heads, we're not angry at each other, we're just going with the flow and doing what's best for our group and our project. So even though this is a tough situation for us, we're doing pretty good. And right now, I like the way we're handling things. And on this upcoming week, we got Wednesday, we got the presentation. I hope we can get the job because that's what we're rooting for. Whether it's real or not, we're trying to do our best to show that we're the best advertising company and we're the best man for the job.